Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Parents, friends, relatives of our graduating class of 2015, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this occasion tonight. We'll begin at this time with the presentation of colors. If everyone would please stand and silently watch as we present the colors. Gentlemen. Thank you. Please be seated. Just a brief review of tonight's ceremony. We like to have it viewed as two parts. One is a celebration and the other is ceremony. So at the beginning, as you see your son or daughter, the person that you're here to watch receive their diploma, please applaud, clap, cheer as they walk in. And then once they're seated, Dr. Tucker will address us as an audience and will proceed with speeches that are very, very important to listen to, and I know you all want to hear what our students and staff have to say about this wonderful class of 2015. And then during the reading of the names, if we could hold all applause until we have read each name. That's the time we really want you to reflect and think about each student as they walk across the stage and what this event means to you as a family and to them. At this time, we'll begin the processional. If Mr. Fuller will begin the performance, then we'll begin the march in.
Good evening and welcome to the Liberty North High School commencement exercises for the class of 2015. Seniors, we gather to celebrate your accomplishments and wish you well as you embark on the next phase of your lives. You've undoubtedly spent time over the last several weeks reflecting on your life's journey to this point and all that lies ahead. This evening, we thought it would be fitting to acknowledge those who've helped you along the way. I'd like to, at this time, begin by introducing the members of the Liberty Public Schools Board of Education, if they would please stand as I call their name. Our board president, Mr. David Evans, Andy Rothman, board vice president, and board members, Mr. Scott Connor, Ms. Kim Marie Graham, Ms. Eileen Houston Stewart, Ms. Angie Reed, and Ms. Lori Tritz. Please join me in recognizing the Board of Education for their dedication and service. I want to also thank Dr. Jacobs and the entire Liberty North High School faculty and staff for their work both in and outside of the classroom. They spend countless hours equipping our high school students with the knowledge and skills necessary to be successful in life. Would the faculty, staff, and administration of Liberty North High School please stand and be recognized at this time? Thank you. Seniors, you are also surrounded this evening by those who care for you the most. Would the parents and guardians of our seniors please stand and remain standing for a few moments? If you are a grandparent of one of our seniors, would you also please stand and join their parents and guardians by standing? For those of you standing, this is a milestone and a celebration for you as well. It represents a culmination of years of parenting, of sacrifice, commitment, worry, joy, and pride. At times you may have asked yourselves, will they make it? Well, yes, they in fact have made it, and they have done exceptionally well. Seniors, please join me one more time in thanking your families for all they have done for you and for our school district. Several in the class of 2015 are currently serving in the National Guard, the reserves, or have enlisted to serve our country upon graduation. Those seniors with us this evening who will serve or are currently serving in the armed forces, please stand and remain standing. Additionally, would those here this evening that are actively serving or are veterans in our armed services, please join them by standing. It is certainly fitting that we take a few moments to honor each of you and to say thank you. It is through your service and dedication that we are afforded freedom and liberty in our great nation. Lastly, I want to conclude by personally congratulating the class of 2015. You may be seated, thanks. You're an outstanding group of young people, and I am confident you will accomplish great things. As you face the next chapter in your lives, remember those who have invested in you, who care for you, and who love you the most. May you take with you the many lessons learned, a lifelong love of learning, the friendships that you've made, and above all else, may you ever possess a desire to do good. Seniors, congratulations. We wish you well along life's journey. Please welcome now Ms. Dana Combs to present senior awards.
It It is my sincere privilege to announce the valedictorians and salutatorians for the Liberty North High School class of 2015. Would the valedictorians and salutatorians please come to the right of the stage? The honor of salutatorian is granted to those students who have earned the grade of B in one course and the grade of A in all other courses taken during their high school career. The honor of valedictorian is granted to those students who have earned a grade of A in all courses during their high school career. This outstanding group of 14 averaged a 29 on the ACT and averaged 6 AP college courses each. The salutatorians for the class of 2015 are Hannah Sue Milks, daughter of Dennis and Becky Milks. She will be attending Kansas State University. Wesley Richard Spear, son of Stephen and Chris Spear, will be attending St. Louis University. Brendan Michael Williams, son of Mike Groniger and Katrina Williams, will attend University of Missouri-Columbia. Marshall Scott Williams, son of Scott and Melanie Williams, will attend the University of Alabama. Let's give the salutatorians a well-deserved round of applause. The valedictorians for the class of 2015 are Lindsay K. Anderson, daughter of Steve and Kim Anderson. She will be attending University of Missouri-Columbia. Hunter Cole Branson, son of Aaron and Sherry Branson, will attend Iowa State University. Nathaniel William Davis, son of Michael and Stacy Davis, will attend the University of South Florida. Michaela Rose Gassich, daughter of David and Maureen Gassich, will attend Austin College. Douglas Ray Martin, son of Scott and Chris Martin, will attend William Woods University. Connor Matthew McCann, son of Sanford and Claudia McCann, will attend William Jewell College. Dylan Lucas McCloskey, son of Bryce and Michelle McCloskey, will attend St. Louis University. Abigail Harper McCune, daughter of John McCune and Tracy Ellis, will attend the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Becca Danielle Saffier, daughter of Michael and Colleen Saffier, will attend William Jewell College. Landry Nicole Sylvester, daughter of Steve and Christy Sylvester, will attend University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Let's give the valedictorians a well-deserved round of applause. And congratulations to these students and their families.
This time I'm going to introduce our commencement speakers. Before I do, I want to say something about the theme that this class has chosen. The leadership team decided to center on the theme of versatility, and there is no doubt that this class has had to show that they are very versatile in dealing with a whole lot of changes we've been making at Liberty North High School. It looks like it's an adjective in your program. It's not a versatility commencement. We're not doing a commencement with that, but it's the name that they chose as a theme for this year. In just a moment, you're going to hear speeches from three wonderful people: Mrs. Harold, our teacher at Liberty North, and Shelby Prather, student council president, and Lucifer Lynn Apollon, who is our senior class president. When this class began their career at Liberty North, there were computer labs, either portable or located in the LMC. Then as juniors, each was provided with their own district-provided MacBook Air. Learning opportunities began to grow. Again, a sign of versatility a show of versatility had to happen with this group. When these students arrived on campus, it was a three-grade high school, grades 10, 11, 12, and then ninth graders joined us last year on this campus. When these students arrived on campus, we had not won a state title in any activity or sport. Now they graduate with a state title in track and dance. When these students arrived on campus, we were a school of 800 students. Today, we graduate them from a school that has over 1,600 students. When these students arrived on campus, all the classrooms were housed in this beautiful new building. Today, they graduated from school that had 22 classrooms outside and portable units that we lovingly call learning villas. This is a class that had to deal with a great many changes in the last few years. And in their high school career, it is probably a series of the most dramatic changes in the history of Liberty Public Schools. But these changes did not faze this class. They rose to the occasion and dealt with all of this in the most admirable and successful manner. This attitude and successful implementation of these extraordinary changes was modeled and led by a most able faculty and staff. So one more time, please give a round of applause for this eagle faculty and staff. Our parent leadership contributed greatly during these times to make a smooth adjustment with all of these changes, especially the last 2 years. Our President, Leisha Berry, Secretary Kathy Buchholz, whose daughter Lindsay is graduating today, Kim Downey, Lisa France, and Linda Wansing and Rich Shipper all served in leadership roles for our Eagle Club and did a marvelous job. Even though most of them may not be here, let's give them a round of applause for the work they have done. In a very big way, this class leadership has helped to model and make this attitude of adjusting to the new as being okay, and in fact welcomed the new opportunities. In just a moment, we will hear from teacher leader Mrs. Becky Harold and Shelby Prather and Luz Berlin Apollon. But first, I want to thank and acknowledge the leadership of all of the class and student council officers. So as I state your name, officers, please stand and stay standing until I finish reading off all the names. First of all, Nat Davis, our vice president of the senior class, son of Michael and Stacy Davis. Michaela Gassage, secretary and daughter of David and Maureen Gassage. Emily Vandal, treasurer and daughter of John and Rhonda Vandal. Samantha Heston, student council vice president and daughter of David and Carrie Heston. Dylan McCloskey, secretary and son of Bryce and Michelle McCloskey. Robert Trout, treasurer and son of Maria and Troy Trout. And Emmy Gregory, historian and daughter of Ellen and Larry Gregory. Let's give these leaders a big round of applause for the work they have done. Thank you. You may be seated. Mrs. Becky Harold will be our first speaker. She's a 15-year veteran teacher. She teaches sociology, world history, and honors American history at Liberty North. She's a data team chair for world history, and she is original member of the first faculty to open Liberty North. Shelby Prather, daughter of Laura and Brant Prather, will be our next speaker. Shelby is a truly dedicated student, athlete, and leader. She has carried a 3.7 GPA. She was at school every day and dedicated her life to making herself better, Liberty North High School better, by serving as a sports editor of the newspaper, participating in Key Club, Link Crew, the Navy Spirit Club, student ambassadors, and a standout track runner and softball player. She'll be attending Northeast Oklahoma Junior College on softball scholarship this fall with the goal of landing on a Division I team in another year or two. She was all conference and all district in softball and ran on a tremendous 4x800 meter relay as a sophomore and junior. While doing all of these things, she found time to serve others at Harvesters, Ronald McDonald Church Daycare, and many other programs. Shelby will be followed by Luce Berlin Apollon, daughter of Luke Anal Apollon and Magali Axpensel, Luce will be attending Creighton University this fall, carrying a 3.8 GPA with numerous college-level courses on her record as well. She has also been extremely active in many programs at Liberty North High School, speech and debate, where she placed second in the state in oratory. She qualified for the National Forensic League competition 3 times in oratory, district champion in Lincoln Douglas debate and oratory, and outstanding delegate for the Model UN program. She's also on a undefeated mock trial team this past year. She is a superior singer in choir and violinist in chamber orchestra. Luce's assertiveness and compassion for people to help make the world a better place was clearly articulated when she advocated to the Liberty North leadership team, our department chair team, last year, the need to bring a program she had seen at one of the events she was participating in called Challenge Day. It was her experience, knowledge, and vision and assertiveness that brought this program that will serve students in Liberty North and now Liberty High School for a long time to come. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Mrs. Harold, followed by Shelby Prather, Luce Berlin Apollon at this time.
Two years ago, we were all inside the building, had plenty of space in the hallways, and I had about a third of you in world history. Since then, I have been privileged to get to know many of you in sociology and watch you in the theater and on the sports fields. As sophomores, you were already energetic, incredibly versatile, and comfortable with being intelligent and having your own identities. It has been fun to watch you grow these last couple of years, and it's an honor to speak about you now. If you had me in world history, you learned a few rules in taking over the world. Then in sociology, we have added to these. So let's check your progress throughout high school. Rule number 1, make sure mamas can feed their babies. The French and Russians had revolutions to prove that if you don't do this, it ends badly. Let's see, I witnessed Abby, Brittany, and Hannah doing just this when they fed the homeless at the Kansas City Rescue Mission. I also know that Joe Duncan is already making plans for the future on Mars to create a perfect world and take care of everybody. So rule number 1, check. Rule number 2, follow the plan and be prepared when you attack. The Germans learned this through the Schlieffen Plan. Stephanie Bowen, most people know she did this throughout cross country, but very few probably actually heard her rap, which she had to do to sell cookie dough her sophomore year. Michaela Gassich did this every day on the basketball court, and every single time that she got an A on yet another DBQ project. Lauren Van Ness, or Mama V, did this in the theater from Cinderella to Peter Pan to, of course, Hello, Dolly. And then Michael Thorne helped me be prepared by making me a wooden sword just in case. Rule number 2, check. Rule number 3, never invade Russia. Napoleon and Hitler did not listen, and as I look out, I don't see that any of you have done this, so rule number 3, check. Rule number 4, in sociology, we have learned life hacks to manipulate others' behaviors, but we have learned to do it for good and not evil. Lexi, Madison, Ashlyn, and Lilia did this on the volleyball court for the last 4 years. Hunter Branson power poses on everybody I see him around, and hey, it must work, you made him prom king. So rule number 4, check. And finally, rule number 5. The goal in my class and in all teachers' classes is to get you to think for yourself. Lindsay Anderson has obviously done this as she's a valedictorian. Taylor Davis and Nat Davis did this back as sophomores when they were trying to prove that the goat herders of ancient Italy were the reason why Rome was the greatest empire. Jacob Ewing found 3 times the number of movie clips to prove his point that he needed to, so he either really likes to think or he really likes movies. And then, of course, Kyrene and I had numerous academic, intellectual Winchester conversations, as well as conversations about her life. There are so many great individuals in this class. You are very rich, you are very versatile. Based on what you have already done, and looking at each of these rules, I'd say you all are on the right track for taking over the world. Because ready or not, here you come. Good luck, and go make the world a better place.
To the class of 2015, we made it. 3 years ago, we walked into the long, daunting halls of Liberty North as timid little sophomores, anxious 15-year-olds who had no idea what high school had in store for us. And now, here we sit in caps and gowns, surrounded by classmates who we have come to know incredibly well, sad to see our time as Eagles come to an end, but eager to start our new journey as individuals. The class of 2015 is many things. We are social, we are active, we are loud, we are artistic, we are crazy, and we are so much more. And the cool thing about our graduating class is that so many of us are all of those things wrapped up into one. As sophomores, we came into a school that was still relatively small, and because of that, we got the privilege to be involved in as many clubs, sports, and activities as possible, and we have become one of the most active classes to pass through Liberty North so far. So now I'm going to ask a couple of groups in our school to stand and be recognized, and you can sit when I call the next group. So please stand if you are on the football team. This group of boys is a hardworking group who gave us all a reason to come together dressed in navy and gold. This year, they tackled the revenge tour by beating Staley in districts. They have made our Friday nights under the lights so memorable. Please stand if you are in debate. These students have spent hours doing research and practicing at their pizza and prep nights to form arguments that even judges on the Supreme Court would be impressed to hear. Please stand if you are on the track and field team. I speak from experience when I say this team works extremely hard every day in the spring season. We got to be a part of the grand opening of our very own track, and we've put it to extremely good use. For the first time ever, the boys and girls were conference champions this year. And last year, the boys became state champions for the first ever time in Liberty North. Please stand if you are in yearbook, newspaper, or broadcasting. These students have worked to have their voices heard. The newspaper and yearbook staff spend long deadline nights full of food, laughs, and hours spent staring at a computer screen to create award-winning publications. The broadcasting kids put on shows that wake us up each morning, make us laugh, and help us get the day going. The telethon they put on is one of the most exciting days of the school year. Please stand if you are on the softball team. Oh wait, that's just me. So moving on. Please stand if you are on the Golden Girls or the cheer team. These girls have effortlessly entertained us at numerous sporting events. The Golden Girls never failed to impress us with their costumes and talent, and they made us extremely proud by becoming state champions this year. The cheer team has done a great job in leading us to form the eagle and rock to the eagle beat, although their T for 3 tosses when we make 3-pointers could use a little work. Please stand if you are in theater. These talented kids have survived long rehearsals and practices to put on amazing plays and musicals like Hello Dolly, The Crucible, Cinderella, and many more. Whether they were on stage playing Belle in Beauty and the Beast or backstage a part of the crew, making sure that Peter Pan can fly and didn't actually break a leg, they put on spectacular productions for sold-out crowds. Please stand if you were on the boys or girls basketball team. These girls have helped the program grow and strengthen so much over the past 4 years. They seem to find a way to beat the odds and win games that they weren't necessarily supposed to win. And the boys team has been the most fun team to watch. They have been a part of 4 district championships and have gone deep into playoffs every year. They also came out victorious in the ultimate Liberty North versus Liberty showdown this year. They have given us something to look forward to during the long, dreadful winter. Please stand if you were in choir, orchestra, or band. These kids have wowed us with their musical abilities on stage, at competitions, and at games. The band was even asked to walk in the inaugural parade in Washington, D.C. The trombone and drum line never failed to amaze us. They somehow always come up with something new to surprise us with. And I can guarantee there are a few other high schools you will see perform these difficult tasks. Please stand if you are in sports marketing. These innovative kids have been a part of a phenomenal program. They have put on carnivals and pep rallies. They have made all of our signing days, assemblies, and sporting games so much more special. They have helped evolve our student section by playing the barn dance, even if we don't really want to watch the boys do the Cotton Eye Joe, and always putting Mama Jolly up on the Jumbotron at basketball games. Please stand if you were on the boys or girls golf team. These kids have gone farther each year, forcing them to miss more and more school and becoming experts at juggling academics and their sport. They have set a great example for the rest of us. Please stand if you are in student council. I have been lucky enough to serve this group as president this year, and I can honestly say they are the most hardworking, dedicated, and kind group of students that I've ever had the privilege to work with. They have devoted so much of their time to put on many fantastic dances and assemblies. They have made it a priority to make this a better place to go to school. Lastly, please stand if you have ever been a part of our wild, crazy, and extremely loyal student section. This is North Nation, and this is what being an Eagle means. We pack the stands at Jewel on Friday nights and go crazy for our football boys. And I think we can all agree that there is nothing like a game in our field house. When an opponent walks in, they are immediately intimidated and, let's be honest, a little jealous. From pink outs to Hawaiian themes to gold rushes and Navy brigades, we've showed up in full force to support our Eagles. And I know I'm not the only one that will remember and miss these times for many years to come. You guys can sit. This isn't even half of the sports or activities we have at Liberty North, and that proves how diverse and inviting our school can be. But I'd like you to take a second to realize how many of you just stood up because you chose to be a part of something. But even more than that, realize how many of you just stood up more than once. This class is versatile. We are flexible. We have learned to juggle school, sports, clubs, and still have somewhat of a social life. We have broken out of the norm and tried new things. We have become friends with people that we never expected to, and we made a name for ourselves at Liberty North by being involved, but also by being successful at the things we are involved in. So I challenge all of you to keep being involved. Whether this is involved in activities at college, involved in the workforce, involved in service for our country, or even if it's being involved in seeing how many Netflix shows you can watch while still living in your parents' basement, go out there and get involved in life. We are a class of versatile individuals who bring greatness wherever we go. And there is no doubt that we will continue to do this as we grow on our own. So congratulations, class of 2015. We have survived high school. And I think I speak for all of us when I say we are extremely proud to be Liberty North Eagle alumni. Thank you.
I could just stand here, say a couple thank yous, and call that a speech. So here it goes. Thank you. Thank you, my classmates, for giving me the opportunity to give this speech. Thank you to all the moms and dads, grandpas and grandmas, older siblings and guardians for running the free taxi service that gets us from point A to point Z every single day. Thank you, Dr. Martin Jacobs, Dr. Jeremy Tucker, and the entire Liberty School District for providing the stepping stones to help us get to where we are sitting here today. among 319 fellow classmates graduating as the Liberty North class of 2015. And a million times thank you to all of our great teachers, from kindergarten to just last week, for putting up with our antics and developing us into relatively mature young men and women. You did well. And as we will all deny, thank you Google, smartphones, and SparkNotes for helping us when we let senioritis and sleep win. Another great reason why we are here today is versatility. Versatile is defined in Oxford Dictionary as able to adapt or be adapted to many different functions and activities. Growing up, my parents always told me that each teacher teaches you different things. When we put together all the teaching we've received for the past 12 years, we are nice, pretty packages of all the teachers touch on our minds and hearts. Because of that, we, the class of 2015, have a wide variety of skills that we can use competently that will make this world a better place. And I couldn't be prouder to be graduating with a class as amazing as each of you are individually, but as supercalifragilisticexpialidocious as we are together. We have been blessed to have a school that cares about us so much. And no, not the literal building, but the label for the many people with their many hats who care for us. They are the reason why the class of 2015 is the best class ever. We're going to be the next generation of professionals: nurses, lawyers, teachers, film directors in Paris, SeaWorld aquatic managers, and so on. And because of all of the hard work we are going to continue to put out there, it will be okay to take a break and be a couch potato from time to time. Our future is brighter than the sun, but I know that if I have amazing people like you with me, our world will be 10 times better. So here's to us, we, the class of 2015, the class of cheerleaders and football players, debaters and band fanatics, academics and sleepyheads. The only way to change anything is to continue exuding our versatility, which we don't really have a choice because we are the Liberty North High Eagles. As Helen Keller once said, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. When I first attended Liberty North, my mother asked me what the mascot is. I told her the eagle. Every day I got home, one of my parents asked me, "Have you lived like an eagle today?" So I had to know what the characteristics of an eagle were because I never know which one my parents had in mind. So let me tell you, eagles consistently exhibit characteristics which prove why they are on top of the totem pole. Eagles have vision. They are fearless, tenacious, possess vitality, and nurture their young ones. Eagles are high flyers. All of these characteristics, combined with the teaching we were honored to receive from the tremendous Liberty School District, number 53, makes us versatile. And this is why, class of 2015, the sky is our limit. So here's to what we will do. Our entire lot is dispersing. We will never be like this ever again. Look down your row. Do it. Both sides. How many people are you graduating with that you truly know? Where is your best friend? Wave to them. Where is that person that you smile to every day in the hallway but never actually spoke to? Who is your support system? Please promise me this. Don't leave this building without knowing who you're going to call when you have 10 finals and a mental breakdown at 2:30 in the morning. As many of us will take flight to destinations miles away from home, trust me, we're going to need each other. We are going to have no choice but to make a difference in this world. So let's make the most of this incredible opportunity that we've been given. Let's make this world a better place. Thank you. Now let me tell you why I'm overjoyed to be a proud Liberty North Eagle. We take pride in nurturing our young ones. As much as we are a class who will change the world, we are also a class continuing to root ourselves in tradition. For the past year, we have started the tradition of collecting and presenting scholarships for the next generation. For our class gift, we are continuing the funding for scholarship for students for next year's class. At the baccalaureate ceremonies, each class takes an offering to fund students of the graduating class for the following year. The criteria is as follows. The student must have at least a 3.0 GPA, must be involved in at least 2 clubs or organizations, and must write a 250-word essay exempling what Eagle Pride means to you. We as a class feel that the best gift is to invest in our future, just like all of you invested in us. So thank you to everyone who donated last year, this year, and will continue to donate to support the gift of education.
Luce is a member of the speech and debate team, so she understands the impromptu nature of things. I'm certain that I did not pronounce the names of your parents correctly. Luce, please come to the podium and introduce your parents to us correctly.
Okay, my dad's name is Luke O'Neill Apollon, and my mother is Magali Axonville.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, all three of you, for your wonderful speeches. Seniors who are in the choir, band, or orchestra, please head back to the podium, and we will perform Wings Over the Mountain here in just a moment. Wings Over the Mountain is an original piece written by Jeremy Schwinger several years ago as a dedication piece for our first graduating class of 2012, and each generation, each class since then has asked that that be the special music that we have at graduation. So we will be continuing that tradition tonight with the performance of Wings Over the Mountain by our outstanding choir, orchestra, and band members. So at this time, let's turn our attention to the back and listen to Wings Over the Mountain by Jeremy Schwinger.
Skies always seems to prevail. We try
Thank you, band, choir, and orchestra members. Again, a tremendous piece, so very, very well written by Jeremy Schwinger, and we appreciate everybody's performance in that. This class has done so many outstanding things. Shelby did a great job of enumerating so many things that hopefully on the website soon we'll have a whole list of things that this class has accomplished, and you can reflect on that. One of the things we talked about at the very beginning of your career at Liberty North was to yell your name into the field house, and it was an idea that each of you as an individual, but together you are Eagles. And your speakers today really reminded all of us very, very eloquently of that. And take your individuality into the world, but remember, when times get tough, how Eagles deal with those things. At this time, I would like the class to please rise together. Board President, Mr. Evans, all here today, each of these members of the class of 2015 standing before you, have completed all the requirements of the State of Missouri School Board of Education and the Liberty Public Schools Board of Education, and may now be awarded their high school diplomas. Class, you may now move your tassels from the left to the right. Congratulations. Please be seated, and please welcome to the podium Mr. David Evans, our President of the Liberty Public Schools Board of Education.
Thank you, Dr. Jacobs. The student speakers, the faculty speakers, the fantastic music, hard act to follow here. But I'm going to give it a shot. I was thinking about this moment in the arena earlier, and it struck me that even superstars like Taylor Swift and Tech-9 only get 3 to 5 minutes at a time to get their message across. So without the vocal gifts, the dance moves, or the backup band, I better be brief. By the way, for those not seated on the floor, Taylor Swift and Tech-9 are kind of like Cher and Mick Jagger. As the board president, I get to represent the other board members and the community that supports Liberty Public Schools. So my comments come from the perspective of our broader community, from the family and neighbors that you know, and also from many other folks you may never meet. For 13 years, these people have consistently invested in our schools in the belief that equipping you will make our community better. I do want to join the others in thanking the family and the faculty who have guided, encouraged, and loved these students over the last few years. But now I want to direct my comments to the class of 2015, our very near graduates. We are proud. We are proud of your accomplishments. As individuals and teams, you have excelled in so many ways throughout this past year and the past 13 years. We have seen amazing academic growth and celebrated many academic accomplishments. You've earned yourselves and your classmates a mountain of trophies in a very short time. Plaques, high marks in endeavors ranging from cheer to drama to robotics to track, and many other activities I can't hope to recount in our short time today. We are equally proud of your service. Some of the things that Mrs. Harold referred to. I asked for a few examples and got a huge long list of things that you as a class have done for your community. Things like Nest Fest and Santa for Senior, Polar Plunge, planting trees and collecting food, collecting clothing, and tutoring children. We're also proud of your struggles. Not that we want you to struggle. We don't wish that on anyone. But struggle is a part of life. Struggle comes in many forms. Maybe you tackled a difficult challenge like an advanced class or competed at a high level. Maybe, like most of us at some point, there were times you were unsure where you fit in. Or you made choices that led to unwelcome consequences. Maybe health issues or family situations presented struggles. We all have our examples. We are proud of how you responded to those difficult times when you chose to dig deep and find the right path forward. And now we know you are ready. The name of this event is commencement. It means to begin. Your diploma is not just a statement about the past 13 years. It is a testament that you are ready for the journey ahead. I had a chance to hold each one of your diplomas over the last few weeks. It was a powerful moment. Well, it was actually 319 powerful moments. But thinking of the 319 talented men and women here today, we are ready to see how you use your gifts to make our community better. And we're ready to see how we can help you get there. So on behalf of the school board and our entire community, to the Liberty North High School class of 2015, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Evans, for those wonderful words to this great class of 2015. I'll have to back up a bit here. At this time, we will have the awarding of diplomas, and please, at request of class, please hold applause until we get to the end, and we'll celebrate big as we get to the end of the reading of the names. So the first row, will you please rise and make your way up to the steps? Rima Ramadan Abu. Samantha Ann Adrian. Crystal Nicole Aguirre. Lainey Justine Allen. Valerie Delaney Alvarado. Lindsay K. Anderson. Brittany Nicole Andrews. Luz Verlin Apollon. Sierra Christine Aranda. Caitlin Marie Arnold. Itzel Amiyale Arzola. Please hold applause until we finish. Thank you. Bradley Jacob Atwood. Zachary Michael Odsley. Shelby Ellen Bachman. Jaden Allen Bailey. Gabrielle Page Barber. Sydney Elaine Barchers. Michaela Joyce Bell. Courtney Lynn Benner. Brett Lucas Byerly. Amanda Renee Bilbao. Lane Marie Blank. Stephanie Nicole Bowen. Blake Austin Boswell. Alexis Michelle Bowen. Amy Jo Bauer. Daria Boydston. Camden Marcus Brand. Hunter Cole Branson. Ellie Nicole Bray. Sarah Mackenzie Brewer. Jordan Dillon Broadway. Alexander Thomas Brooks. Isabel Brown. Olivia Hurst Brown. Allison Novella Bruckner. Clint Jeffrey Brummett. J.C. Emerald Bruns. Aiden Cole Brudemeso. West Eagle Bryant. John Chandler Buck. Lindsay K. Buckholz. Dennis Paul Kane. Caitlin Ann Cameron Logan. Moira Hope Carter. Brittany Ann Carey. Tristan Thomas Carnahan. Dakota Allen Carr. Alec Joseph Carter. Lane Kelly Carty. Austin Lee Kaywood. Dante Alexander Savela. Ariana Jade Clark. Kennedy Brooke Clay. Austin Keith Komar. Delena Pauline Corcion. Garrett Michael Cox. Jenna Nicole Crane. Joshua Manley Crawford. Hannah Elizabeth Croce. Brittany Nicole Culp. Savannah Gail Culver. Victoria Kayla Curtin. Abigail Ann Doherty. Nathaniel William Davis. Taylor Dean Davis. Lucia Pilar DeFontaine. Gage Christian Diggs. Joshua J. Dillman. Alexa Michelle Doherty. Chelsea N. Douglas. Joseph Reed Duncan. Madison Ryan Dye. Madison Elaine Eklund. Caitlin Grace Engel. Alberta Rose Engelman. Hannah Noel Engelman. William Worrell England. Jacob Sanchez Ewing. Emily Renee Falk. Ali Elizabeth Falardo. Cheyenne Mary Fisher. Kristen Elizabeth Fisk. Nicholas Donald Flanagan. John Samuel Foreman. Jackson Mitchell Freeman. Brandon Jordan Fritz. Daniela Jane Garboden. Michaela Rose Gassich. Brooke Lynn Gowden. Kyrene Geroche. Avery Dion Gomez. Hannah Christine Gooding. Matthew Dylan Grant. Emmy Lynn Gregory. David Michael Groof. Dakota Lucas Grizzle. Jordan Renee Hefferbauer. Dalton James Hammond. Jacob Samuel Hampton. Cale Thomas Hanson. Derek Taylor Harlow. Dylan Tyler Harlow. Alexandria Elizabeth Habner. Andrea Avery Holly. Derek Joseph Haxton. Timothy Eric Haynes. Paige Doris Heldenbrand. Catherine Grace Herrick. Paige. Samantha Paige Heston. Joshua Vincent Hartz. Ashlyn Nicole Higginbotham. Reagan Theodore Hill. Ryan Christopher Hinckley. Brett Adam Hockensmith. Valencia Nicole Holly. Matthew William Hoos. Matthew Ray Hudson. William Colin Hudson. Alexis Nicole Huff. Luke Allen Jackson. Madison Page Jackson. Tyler David Jacobson. Hollyann Renee Jagodzinski. Anna Elaine Jansen. Chance David Johnson. Jackson Howard Jones. Alexandra Lane Campen. Brady Russell Kaplan. Dawson Ira Kavanaugh. Hunter McLean Kelgren. Andrew Ryan Kemp. Shelby Lynn King. Corey Brandon Kennett. Rachel Allison Kirch. Kyla Marie Kirkendorf. Vanessa Annabelle Clampt. Taylor Anthony Clarland. Casey Claire Knepp. Cassandra Nicole Kosarog. Madeline Thompson Kretzinger. Lakin Marie Krogi. Haley Lynn Cruz. Jacob Michael Lambert. Tristan Dakota Landau. Alexander James Lapp. Chelsea Brooke Larrabee. Marilyn Laraquente. Hannah Marie Larkin. Stephen Fielding Lenart. Michael LaTroy Lewis. Jacob Hunter Leapsch. Tyler Austin Longris. Edgar Joel Lopez. Jackson Edward Lord. Caitlin Grace Lowry. Elizabeth Ann McDonald. Andrew Edward Madison. Mariah Page McGee. Joseph Talon Malm. Kristen Marie Marks. Sydney Ardell Marshall. Douglas Ray Martin. Catherine Jean Martin. Connor Matthew McCann. Stephen Neil McCann. Joseph Neil McCann. Jessica Jade McCartney. Dylan Lucas McCloskey. Taylor Crean McCloskey. Rachel K. McClure. Abigail Harper McCune. Abigail Lee McGregor. Michelle Elizabeth Jean McKinney. Hannah Christine Malama. Roman Mendoza. Justin Michael Meyer. Samuel Adam Myers. Hannah Sue Milks. Bry Alexander Moffett. Blake Matthew Moore. Jessica Ann Moore. Antonio Francisco Moreno. Dylan Lee Morgan. Madison Alexandria Morehouse. Cassidy Nicole Morrow. Kaylee Rose Mucko. Caitlin Marie Myers. Danielle Alana Myers. Tori Joe Nathan. Connor Nava. Joseph Gage Nevins. Drake J. Niederhauser. Ashlyn McKenna Nielsen. Louis Michael Nigro. Austin Anthony Ord. Brent Patrick Odell. Keegan Jeffrey Odell. Ryan Nicole Oglesby. George Jacob Ogutu. Kyle Connor O'Hara. Clayton Elliott Olson. Michaela Desiree O'Reilly. Alicia Marie Ortiz. Audrey Nicole Patton. Jacob Matthew Pearson. Haley Rebecca Peak. Jenna Elizabeth Pennington. Nicole Jean Perry. Nicholas. Sorry, Nicholas. Sorry, parents. Nicholas Jean Perry. Amara Lorraine Phillips. Brianna Marie Pinedo. Elena Marie Powell. Kristen Dawn Prather. Shelby Renee Prather. Keandre Shea Pugh. Dakota Noble Ramsey. Marielle Charday Randall. Ashley Renee Reed. Hannah Elizabeth Reiter. Bryce Elliott Reeves. Britta Regling. Austin Ray Reno. Bria Brejan Rice. Matthew Paul Richards. Richard Richardson. Doris Rivera. Noah Michael Roberts. Hayden Page Robertson. Sydney Mary Carol Rocha. Angel Monet Rogers. Derek Jameson Rogers. Marley Aaron Rogers. Hunter Allen Rooks. Ashley Brooke Rose. Kayla Marie Ross. Nicholas John Rubinetti. Noah Robert Rubinetti. Becca Danielle Safier. Janessa Sannon. George Porter Schramm. Hayden Cole Schubert. Shane Robert Seller. Macy Lynn Shannon. Mackenzie Hope Shannon. Brian Philip Sharp. Keegan Alexander Sharp. Kobe Lee Shields. Jade Maria Shoup. Addison Rose Silva Chambers. Landry Nicole Sylvester. Salvatore Vincent Silvio. Jamie Ray Schlegel. Caleb Andrew Sloop. Brittany Janine Smith. Nicholas Clayton Smith. Wesley Richard Spear. Ashlyn Danielle Spotts. Alexis Elizabeth St. John. Quentin Garrick St. Pierre. J.C. Page Standing. Jordan Thomas Stapleton. Seth Timothy Stein. Colton Michael Steinmetz. Courtney Nicole Stewart. Kendall Renee Stockard. Hunter Ryan Stoneburner. Crystal Ann Marie Stotts. Ross Joseph Strata. Madison Jane Stwally. Tammy Terrazas. Gabriella Petra Terrell. Hannah Elaine Thompson. Zachary Austin John Thompson. Jamie Lynn Thon. Michael Andrew Thorne. Lilia Beth Thrasher Miller. Nathan Ryan Toms. Sterling Bryson Tree. Colin Bertrand Tripp. Robert James Trout. Tristan Robert Tyler. Nicole Taylor Vandekar. Emily Marie Vandal. Lauren Mackenzie Van Ness. Veit. Caitlin Taylor Veit. Sophia Irene Venegas. David Eric Shane Votchatzer. Reed Samuel Walters. Mitchell Adley Warren. Zachary Michael Webb. Morgan Nicole Wegner. Sydney Faye Waymeyer. Megan Michelle Wilcoxon. Brett Lee Wiley. Rebecca Lynn Wiley. Brendan Michael Williams. Marshall Scott Williams. Terrence Eugene Williams. Tyler Jeffrey Windsor. Elliot Jordan Wiskirchen. Sean Michael Wooten. Samantha Ratchford. Jonah Noel Risner. Rain Gabriel Yak. Sabrina Josephina Zavala. As the final graduates get to their seats, we'll start the recessional in just a minute, but concluding words to say, particularly to you, the graduating seniors. Know this, that a lot of people have worked hard on your behalf, but you have worked hard on your behalf to accomplish what you have done. We've opened some doors and maybe helped you along the way, but you are to be credited for all that you have accomplished. Just know this, that we care for each of you, and we love each of you, and hope you go on to attain all the wonderful things that you're able to do so. At this time, we will begin the recessional process. Mr. Fuller will begin the recessional process, and it'll include some of our seniors who are going to be a part of the drum corps, and then and we'll have bagpipers lead this class out. They'll exit out to my right and through the doors to the outside for the the traditional hat toss at that point in time. So audience, if you want to make your way to the outside, that's fine. Just make sure you hold off until the seniors have left so that they can exit out the back doors there, and we will then proceed with that. Let's give this class one big round of applause for all they've accomplished. Okay, class, please rise, and we'll exit with the marshals leading the way.